Hey guys, Jesus here. Thank you for joining me for this week's vlog. Today's episode is going to center around something I found the other day while I was digging through stuff. I wasn't digging through stuff. My girlfriend, her and her mom were going to California tomorrow, and she was looking through some stuff, and I happened to come across my old doodles and drawings and shit from like 5-10 years ago, and I thought I'd share some of it with you guys. See what your opinions are. So first up, I've got some Sonic themed drawings. Here we've got Sonic and Knuckles and Tails and Dr. Robotnik. Like the emeralds and shit too. And then we've got a picture of Shadow, the Hedgehog, and Dr. Robotnik. And then the Chows from the Dreamcast game. There's the regular Chow, and then the Hero Chow, and then the Dark Chow. And then we got enemies from the old Sonic games. I guess I don't really have to hold it up that long. If you really want to examine the photo, you can always pause the video after I hold each one up. There's Sonic, and then there's Knuckles. I know I used way too dark of a brown for his face. He looks kind of black. It works though with his dreads, so it's cool. And then we got Tails. That's all the Sonic themed ones I have, and then I'm just going in kind of an order here. We've got just random drawings and stuff. Like this one was from some how to draw book that I had, and then Anne colored it for me. This, actually, if you look at the back, it's from math. And I just doodled on the other side. Just like started as a dragon, and then I drew like a landscape in the back and people trying to kill it and shit. I don't know. Just never wanted to get. I always saved it. I never wanted to get rid of it. I thought it was neat. And then we got Dante and Randall from the Clerks animated series. Randall saying they used to call me Sexy Randall, the Pharaoh Wizard. One guy did. And Dante's like, why are we walking like this? And then this is a little comic I drew up called The Misadventures of Mothman. It's got like no, I think these might be, yeah, they're like rust water stains or some shit, I don't know, but it's like little 4-panel comic strips that I doodled up a few years back when I was bored. You can pause it and take a look at each one. And then just a couple of random video game ones, like here we've got Prince of Persia, the first Prince of Persia. If you haven't noticed by now, I do a lot of pencil sketching, and that's about it. I'm not very good with, like, anything else. And then I got a Beautiful Joe picture. Which I'm actually pretty proud of this one. I like this one. And then we got some Adult Swim themed drawings. Like here's one picture of Peter Griffin jumping into the ball pit at Cheesy Charlie's, and he's like, Hong Kong Phooey! And then here's one of Peter just sitting on a couch. And then we got one of Stewie, like, why don't you burn in hell? And then here's one of Brian, the martini. Apparently he finally humped someone's leg. Found out whose leg it was he had to hump. And then here's one of Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And then we got one of the Ghost of Christmas Past no, it's not the Ghost of Christmas Past from the future. It's the turkey that looks like the Ghost of Christmas Past from the future from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And then I got a bunch of doodles of weapons and shit. I like drawing weapons, I don't know. Like this one was from high school, and it was just like Master Sword and different weapons from Final Fantasy VII, and I just like added to them in weird ways. Like fucking put the electrical field around the Ultima weapon, and Master Sword too. But yeah, so there's that one. And then really bad drawing of the Ultima weapon. I did that like 7 or 8 years ago. My own concept drawing of the Buster Sword. And here's another one, the Buster Sword clashed with the Masamune Blade. And then here's a drawing of Cloud's sword from Advent Children and all the swords that make it up. And then there's a drawing of the Masamune Blade on the other side. And then this is just like everybody's weapons from 7, with like little stick figure drawings of them up at the top. And then what else we got? all of Cloud's weapons, and then there's also a Gunblade and the sword that Titus uses, or Titus, in Final Fantasy X. And then, what else we got? This is just all sorts of random weapons and stuff. Again, my own adaptations on stuff, like, we got the flaming rune blade down there. I like that one. I always thought that was a neat concept. And then here's the, oh shit, what is it called? I forget it's the Keyblade that you get from Cloud in Kingdom Hearts. I forget what it's called though. The Iron Chocobo. Yes, right? Is that what it is? I want to say that's what it is. I might be wrong though. And then what else we got? We got there's more random doodles of weapons. Like there's Yuffie's weapon, better drawing of the Ultima weapon, Buster Sword, Gunblade, and then the hoops here and the sword up here are actually from a game that I'm a really big fan of called Threads of Fate, which I would love to find again. If you have a copy of Threads of Fate and you don't play it anymore, I would love to have it. But yeah, so there's that one, and then a couple of Zelda-themed ones, or for the most part this one's Zelda-themed, and then there's like, I had Soul Calibur 2 for GameCube at the time too, so yeah, this is going back like 10 years almost. And so yeah, there's all Link's weapons from like Ocarina of Time and shit, and then there's also people's weapons from Soul Calibur 2, and then there's also this one of all of Link's weapons from Soul Calibur 2. And then I've got some DBZ themed drawings. Like, this is just me just fucking around in English class one day, and I drew some dude, named him Zero, gave him SS3 hair. I don't know. It's not canon to the show in any way. It's not a character from the show, it's just something I thought of. I don't know. And then there's my concept of Vegito. Usually I, the way I draw usually is comparison draw. I usually have a picture of what I'm drawing next to me, and then I draw my interpretation of it. This one was just from my head, straight from my head, which is why it sucks a lot more than the others. Same with this one, of all the boos. These were all just me from my brain. I didn't have anything in comparison to draw it from. But these last ones I did. This one is Frieza, and I only had, like, from the torso up to go with, so I just made it his ghost version of him, like, after he died, I guess. And then we've got SS2 Goku, and then this one was actually an image on a lunchbox I used to have, which is why the writing is in there, too. And then there's this picture of Goku in his normal form. So you can really tell the difference between the ones that I just do from memory and the ones that I have something in comparison, or something for comparison. And that's all the DBZ ones I have, and then I've got some Final Fantasy ones. This one I actually saw, it's my interpretation or concept of some artwork I saw in Game Informer that someone sent in, which I thought was really cool, and I tried my hand at it. It's in pen, and it's not really that good, but the one in Game Informer is a lot better. And then I've got two pictures of Cloud. All these other ones are from, you might recognize them from the Strat Guide, which I got, and I was so mad when I got it because it didn't help with anything. I knew all this shit already when I got the Strat Guide. I'm like, what is this supposed to be helping me with? But yeah, this is the first picture of Cloud I did, like, 10, 11 years ago. It's not that good. You can see he has, like, no midsection at all. The belt, or he's got his pants pulled up way too high. So I redid the Cloud picture, like, 5 years ago maybe, and I think it looks a little better. And then got a picture of Aeris. I didn't really do her face all that well, and she looks kind of mannish, I guess, but I like it. I'm proud of it. Too proud of it to throw it away. And then I got a picture of Tifa. A very leggy picture of Tifa, I guess you could say. And then there's one of Cait Sith, which I actually like this one. I thought I did a good job on this one. As well as the one of Yuffie, which, I mean, it water damage to that one as well, and there's actually a hole in it now, like I can see you guys. But I like this one too much to pitch it, so that's all the Final Fantasy ones I have. And I'm going to finish off this little art show with my Zelda doodles. And here's one of the Great Fairy from Wind Waker. And here's one of the Great Dragon Baloo from the same game. A majority of these are Wind Waker ones. Like, here's one, Kid Link and a Chew. And here's another one of Wind Waker Link. then this one is original Legend of Zelda. And Anne actually colored this one. Just about any of the ones that I color, if it's not with like crayon like those other ones, because that's all I had to work with. Like, Anne colored them. Like this one, Anne colored, but I drew that. That's Zelda 2, I think. And then here's one of Link from Ocarina of Time. And then these ones, oh man, these are probably my oldest drawings that I have. They're of Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. And I did these in 8th grade, so about 12 years ago. And yeah, I just haven't wanted to throw them out, so I keep them. And then I got this picture of Tingle. 2 different pictures of Tingle, I guess. And then there's this one of Link with some stained glass and all the different shoes. And then I guess this is it. My last drawings are your entire arsenal from Ocarina of Time. Like, we got Kid Link's items on the left and Adult Link's items on the right. I don't know where they are. I think they're in storage or some shit, but I have like some that are real big, like actual, drawing paper of the same thing as that, all of Link's weapons and shit. It's actually kind of cool. Like, the hook shot is at the bottom and the chain extends all the way up through the top, behind the Hylian shield and the Master Sword and stuff. But, yeah, that's all the artwork. I thought maybe you guys would get a kick out of some of that. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments section down there. I'm going to go ahead and end this, though. Be sure to tune in next week for the next vlog. I've actually been getting quite a decent amount of questions from you guys, so I think I'll be answering them, some of them in the next vlog next week. So, I'll see you guys then. If you have any questions for me you'd like answered, again, make sure you leave them in the comments section. Subscribe if you feel like it, if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching.